This is Cornbread's review. Hey, this is Cornbread's review. This is Cornbread's review. Talk about the hottest movies, old and new. Cinema breakdown, grasping the truth. No acting, I leave that for the cast and the crew. The capture the cool, not theatrical goose. So you better be direct or you have to produce something to break in like last minute news and keep quiet when the real going Matt and they rules. Woo.
Yo, welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. I appreciate y'all liking and subscribing, but keep doing more. Come on, do more. You know, your spouse over there who don't even know nothing about cornbread, man, make sure they watch the video too and make sure that they subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Turn the notification bell on all. I'm dropping content after content all the time for y'all, but welcome back. Today we're here with another movie review, and this one's not in the theaters. This one's on one of those subscriptions that y'all like to call, right? One of those apps. And this movie today, ladies and gentlemen, is Deep Water. Deep Water is rated R, and it's also on Hulu, all right? Make sure you check this out. I know it's a little sneaky movie for y'all. Maybe y'all ain't even heard of it, but trust me, it might be worth the watch, all right? If you're new to the channel, understand I do each movie review in 5 different categories. And the first category is acting. And the person in this movie is Ben Affleck, all right? Ben Affleck plays a character who's not really controlling. He just wants his wife to love him. This movie's wild, bro. Trust me. He'll do anything for his wife. And when I say anything, I mean anything for his wife. All right? Read between the lines of what I'm talking about. One of his problems is he's trying to fix something that can't be fixed. He plays somebody who's calm, collected, can blend in, but something that's going through his mind is complete opposite of how he's reacting to certain things. He's like that silent assassin. I think Ben Affleck plays a great job in those type of characters. You know, he doesn't have to be flashy or anything like that. He's just very nostalgic and temperamental and very calm. But things get real when they get real. So shout out to Ben Affleck. Also, the person who plays his wife is Ana de Armas. She's been in a couple great movies too, so make sure y'all check out her old work. You know, she was in 007 and War Dogs and other movies like that. But she plays the wife, someone who cannot be tamed. Read between the lines of what I'm saying. She's a free spirit. I guess she would be looking for love, even though she has love, but she's looking for it in different places. Maybe this person can't give me love, so I'm looking for it in other characters. Very sporadic. Like I said, she wants to learn and just be free-spirited, and she plays a great job in this. This is a little different character from her old one, so good job on character range. The cast overall did pretty solid. I think this was one of their strong suits, and people, as a cast, they played like flawless characters or flawed characters. But it was perfect, right? Like is not very polished on how they were acting, but I think it was on purpose and they were captured in this movie. So kudos to the whole cast, man. So overall, I'm going to give this category a 4 out of 5 in acting. Solid for me. All right. Next category, cinematography. Now, this movie was $49 million to make. It is a Hulu movie. Like I said, this isn't one of those blockbusters, trailer movies that you have to all build up to the hype. No, this movie just came out of nowhere. Watch it, and I think you'll be happy about it. The movie's about another hour and 50 minutes as well, so very complete. In the cinema, the cameras are very close. It looks like they may have shot each scene twice, you know, like a close-up and a far, right? And then just combine which one ever was better or mix it up a little bit on the scenes, and then it went on to the next one. So not a lot of gimmicks in this movie, not a lot of green screen and different things like that. A couple negatives, though, is when it was certain action scenes and those characters had to participate, you could tell a lot of stunt doubles in certain scenes. So I did have an issue with that. I don't know where the location of this movie was either. There was no, hey, this is in Atlanta or LA or things like that. Maybe context clues that I didn't pick up. So if you guys found out where this movie was located, please let me know, but I couldn't find that location. They didn't change the cinematic scene or cinematic universe of how to shoot films. The transitions weren't creative, but it was very a realistic movie, which you do get some points for that, right? You don't have aliens and just other beings and things like that. They didn't have to do any of that. This is a movie that could happen in real life right now, and I'm sure it has. So cinematography overall, a 3.5 out of 5. They shot the best that they could, and probably with the money and the budget that they could. So 3.5 out of 5 cinematography. Next category, storytelling. So this movie's basically about a husband and a wife who are married and they have a kid. The kid was great too. She did a good job. And married life. The problem comes where you would think that these are swingers, right? Maybe swingers, the man gets something and the female gets something and they still come together. They're happy, but they agree on that contract. Nah, this is like a one-sided swinger and the other party is not okay with it, but he's okay with it. It's a weird dynamic in what they're dealing with. Money does not make everybody happy. I think everyone needs to understand that they might have grown out of love or they're looking for that from something else and it might not be their spouse. And this movie highlights all of those problems. The storytelling was very slow. They slow walk you into the crescendo of the middle or in the end, but it's needed. They're telling the whole story. They're letting you second guess certain scenes, try to figure out what is going on. What am I watching? So that's not a bad thing. I think that was pretty solid how they did it. But this couple is very toxic because they're creating more problems like around the town. People are seeing what's going on. Even every pool party, they have to deal with the wife being the standout and bringing more men to the situation and looking at the husband like, what are you going to do about this? Or what's going on? Are you guys okay? So it's creating more problems on top of it. I think a couple things that they dropped the ball on were they had like a PI. Obviously, I'm going to give a little spoilers, but I'm not going to tell the movie. But a PI left his camera and information in the back seat. So that's how he knew he was a PI, right? Like that wouldn't happen in real life. Come on, man. We got to do a little bit better so people could do their investigation skills because he was pretty good. I'm not going to tell you what I'm talking about, but if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about, right? So that was an issue. I think they dropped the ball on Ben Affleck carried or farmed snails. So they left certain clues on, let's say, snail facts on this and that and things like that, but that could have been used later in the story or the plot, and it wasn't. I think they dropped the ball on that key piece of information. And then also the ending chase scene, come on, man. It don't make sense. Stop it. This movie storyline was like this the whole time, a roller coaster, and then it just dropped off. And I think that's self-inflicted. This movie could have been a blockbuster classic, but a couple things dropped it off on the storytelling. So for me, it's going to get a 3.5 out of 5. About 75-80% of this movie solid. And then towards the end, like how is this going to end or what's going to happen? It kind of dropped off for me. So 3.5 out of 5 for me, storytelling. Now, next category. Did I get what I bought? It's on Hulu, like I said. I think the base package for Hulu is $6.99. It comes with a subscription for me, but you don't have to pay anything extra. This movie is based off the trailer. It's like, okay, it's a dysfunctional, functioning family. And whatever you think that means is happening. Yes, it's blatant in your face. This happened, what you gonna do about it? Okay, you did something about it. Now this happened, what you gonna do about it? And it keeps going on and on and on and on. A lot of suspense and mystery of, did he do this? Did she do that? They leave out some key parts in the storytelling on purpose to kind of have the context clues, or you got to figure out what's going on and jump in. You get frustrated at certain parts. You're laughing at certain parts. You want to join certain parts, different things like that. But this movie's like unbelievable and what's going on. And one good tip, man, if you hitting somebody's wife or husband, man, hitting meaning like having sex with them, don't be having dinner with the whole family. Come on, man. If there ain't one thing you learn from this movie, learn that. Don't do that. Don't do it. So for me, did I get what I bought? I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5. It was included in a certain package, and that package isn't expensive. You don't have to go to the movies. You don't have to get sold on popcorn, different things like that. But it's a solid movie with no trailer. You're not gonna be mad that you watched it. So 4 out of 5 for me. Last category: is it a must see? This movie is original. I haven't seen a lot of negative swinger movies like this. So it was very eye opening. Great movie to say, hey, watch this movie. But it could be realistic, but I think the ending could have been better. So that's what I'm going to hold on that. This movie's also like a car wreck, and one that's coming. You see it, nobody turns away from a car wreck. Even though you know how it's going to end, it's not going to look pretty, but you can't turn away. That's what this movie is. It's a collision course for disaster. So for that, is it a must-see? I'm going to say a 4.5 because this movie was recommended to me. I saw the trailer. I was going to watch it, but it wasn't my radar. Now I'm letting y'all know that, hey, is this a must-see? Yes, it's a 4.5 out of 5. So overall, Deep Water gets a 4 out of 5 from Cornbread. Make sure you check out my 2022 movies. We are moving through this thing. I told y'all every week I'm going to smack y'all with movie reviews plus other things. So make sure you like and subscribe. And this is the part of the movie where I give you a forgotten movie, right? This movie came out in 2008, and it's PG-13. So this is a little way back, way back. I was in my college days, man. And this movie's called Doubt. Now, Meryl Streep is in this movie. She's always, come on, man. It's Meryl Streep. She's always top notch. Also, Philip Hoffman, man. Rest in peace to him. He's in one of my top Mission Impossible movies too. So shout out to him as well. This movie is about a priest and the line between helping and inappropriateness. And y'all read between what that is. And it's always a mystery of, that's why the movie's called Doubt. Did he do what he's being accused of? Or did he help what he said he was accused of? That, no, I didn't do that. I was helping out this situation, right? And then the pieces around it, are they helping or hurting the priests and just the churches and things like that? Because this goes on every day, all day, and it's a problem. But make sure you check out Doubt. Make sure you check out Deep Water. I'll be back again next week for another Cornbread movie review. All right? I'll holler at y'all again. Peace.